me clothes, give me love, and give me shelter, shelter. Simple life is all we want to live. Give me food, give me clothes, give me love, and give me shelter, shelter. Yeah.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the We Too All Liberians Movement platform, your distinct and dynamic platform that speaks to and for the masses. We are not in the business of manufacturing players, pimps, and hustlers. Rather, we are in the business of changing and revolutionizing the thought process of our people, not only in Liberia, but even around the world. Again, this is your one and only platform, the platform that speaks to and for the masses. We are not in the business of manufacturing players, pimps, and hustlers. Rather, we're in the business of changing and revolutionizing the thought process of our people, not only in Liberia, but even around the world. I'm going to be your host today, as usual, C.A.T. Williams. And so if you have tuning, actually, you begin to like, share, comment, and hopefully you can subscribe to this channel. Please share the video tonight or the show tonight. It's going to be a pretty short show. I know for the past 7 months, what has been trending in Liberia for the most part is this house divided situation. We don't want to top too much into it, but we have a topic today that we pretty much think that's going to resonate with our viewers, and we're going to see how we can tie this to the situation that's unfolding in Liberia, a divided house. Last week, not last week, but last several days, pretty much was on a Saturday. We had an emergency show, and we talked about how a divided house or a house divided against itself does not have the ability to stand on. And that was a pretty simple topic that even the regular guy, the ordinary guy can be able to pretty much comprehend that house divided against itself cannot stand. And we thought to bring to the forefront today because we know that there's a majority or minority attorney that is affecting the country, that has enveloped this country and oppressing our people, subjugating our people, that our people, when it comes to the the butter and bread day-to-day issue, our people are still being affected. So we wanted to bring to the forefront a topic that I know that all of us can relate to. So this topic today is titled, "Our Children Should Be Exceeding Us." And this is a mandate, and it comes from the Bible because the Bible states that the latter shall be greater than the former. So why is it that our children will, not be given the opportunity to life, to liberty, and the pursuit of happiness? How is it that we are bringing children into the world and then we are not making sure that they're given all of the necessary or the requisite, treatments that they need in order to be able to reach their full potential? But we are, constantly in the. I'm saying this to the leadership of our country, and this starts pretty much with parents. This starts with family. This starts with our community, our churches, just institutions. But here we find our government, the Republic of Liberia, is in the constant, has been in the constant, habit of suppressing its citizen. This country has been under the tyranny of individuals who have hijacked the country resources, and as a result, we see that our children or those who are supposed to actually come after us to excel, to do well, to reach their full potential and make better of themselves so as to contribute to this world, they are not given the opportunity, they are not given the chance. So we just wanted to not really tap into whatever is going on, but in a way, because of what's going on in the country, our people are being impoverished. Our people are not living their full potential. Our people are just suffering from starvation, and you name it. The list goes on and on and on and on. And so we wanted to actually bring to the forefront again, like I said, a topic: our children should be exceeding us. This actually means that if our children are not exceeding us, it means that this is the problem. How many of us have families in Liberia, or how many of our families in Liberia? I was in Liberia several months ago, and what I observed in Liberia was so disheartening to see children, families, husbands, wives, out in the street, not having anything to do, just because of lack of opportunity, a lack of education, lack of skills, a lack of just the requisite skills that's needed so as to be able to be something in life. Those people are being denied. Those people have been denied by a certain group of individuals, and so we again wanted to bring to the forefront a topic that we can, just use so as to enlighten our people, so as to stimulate the mind of our people, so that they can begin to think in a way, whatever that's needed to be done to get this country on a pathway where our people are, maximizing their potential, and children are not coming to this world not being able to reach their full potential. People are not coming to this world not being able to contribute, not being to make and being able to make an impact to the world at large. Because the real truth is, our people did not come here just to suffer and die, just to suffer. I'm talking about not being able to afford a single meal before you talk about 3 square meal. And this is something that we need to bring to the forefront. Yeah, we have a government that has leadership that has hijacked the entire economy. Considering just into consideration what is going on in the country already. The status of this country, being, if not, this country is not the poorest, maybe the second poorest country in the world. And when it comes to the IQ of the citizens, of this country, I believe Liberia is also first in Africa, and for the most part, second in the world. So this is a major problem that we have. In lieu of, majority block, minority block within the House gathering themselves, electing into office another Speaker of the House, conducting meetings that are parallel to existing meetings, that has held the country hostage, I think pose a major threat to the lives of our people, of our children, and things of that nature. Because these people are being elected into office, for example, House of Representatives, to represent the interests of our people. Rather, these people are going over there, they are all by themselves. So, and if we can look clearly to see that our children are being deprived of the rights to proper education, deprived of the rights to life. I'm talking about life in abundance. These children, are supposed to come to the earth. We are supposed to come to this earth and to make better, so as to be able to exceed our parents. But you cannot bring your kids onto this earth, into this world, and you're not able to provide for them. You are not able to school them. You are not able to support them. Rather, you bring them into the world to become destitute, to become beggars. Who's responsible for these things? Because government is responsible. But if the government itself is not doing what she needs to do to ensure that the citizens of the country are living their best lives, this actually then is a problem. And this is why we thought to bring to the forefront this word or these words of enlightenment, so as to trigger the minds of our people, and especially those who are in leadership. Parents are to equip themselves so as to be able to equip their children. And once we equip our children, we can put our children into the world so that they can be able to also make the world a better place. But how can this happen if we have not been prepared? We are not been put in the position where we are adequate enough, be it financially, morally, socially, economically, to be able to bring our children up in a way that when they grow, they won't depart from it, so as to be able to contribute to the world, to make the world a better place. But we have created a condition where parents have been marginalized, incapacitated, not able to even take care of the children. There are no jobs. There's no opportunity, you know, that provide ways and means for these parents to be put in the position where they'll be able to provide for their children. They'll be able to ensure that their children go to good schools and get quality education. And so in the long run, so that these children will grow to become better citizens, so as to contribute not only to the country, but also to contribute to the world. And because of the real truth here is the country already has all of the resources that she needs to empower her citizens. Yet we have a government, you know, and like I always say, our advocacy is so far from politics. But we all also we continue to reiterate that the problem that this country has is so rooted in the quality of persons that the country has produced. Why is it that we have uh, an executive or a house of representative, a house that is so about herself, about pocketing a few dollars here and there, squandering the funds of the country, but not concerned about the masses. And so we wanted to bring to the forefront a topic that's going to maybe stimulate the minds of our people so that they can know their rights. Because we feel as though that our people have been held hostage. If the government itself is not creating the ways and means that will allow the citizens of the country to thrive, to be so that they can be better, so that parents you know will be able to take care of themselves and be able to take care of their offsprings, be able to provide for that, not only their children, but so that they'll be able to reach their full potential and make better of themselves, so that this world can be a better place. Then that's a major problem. And I think several shows back, we talk about the three main reasons why we're here. We talk about one, we say to be fruitful, uh, to multiply, and to have dominion. But how can our people have dominion? How can our people be able to even be fruitful, to multiply before they have dominion, so that they can be able to provide for their children, provide for their family, so that their family too can grow and be better, so that they can make their family that's going to be coming up soon to take over, so that they can also be better, and so that they can make their environment better, so that the people that are going to come after them too can be able to take advantage of what that has been planted for them, so that they can also make their world a better place, and to make the world for the people that are going to come after them a better place. I believe there's a scripture in the Bible that states that I planted the seed and the powder water it. What are you planting? What are we doing for our children? What are we doing for our citizens? What are we doing for our constituents? What are we doing for our members in the church? What are we doing for our members in the mosque? What are we doing for our people at schools? What seed are we sowing? Those are the questions that we need to be answering. And when we talk about our children should be exceeding us, I mean, I think this is a mandate that we have as parents, as leaders, as representatives, you know, to ensure that the people that we are being stewards of, because we are only stewards of the natural and the built environment. So we cannot come to the forefront to serve in those capacities, and we are not, what I mean, being able to live up to our responsibility, to our obligations. We have a mandate to ensure that the people that we have been stewards of, to ensure that their well-being, that they're giving all of the requisite tools to become better and better citizens in life, so as to make their society, their homes, their world a better place. Again, the topic for tonight, simple topic: our children should be exceeding us. Ask yourself the question: what are you doing for your kids? Are you investing in your kids? Are you investing in your family? Have you invested in yourself so that you'll be able to invest in your offspring? So you're able to invest in your children? If the three main reasons why we're here, not to contradict our topic tonight, to be fruitful, to multiply, and to have dominion. So it means that those who come before us, everything that we need has already been provided. We just have to push ourselves to make ourselves better. And as we make ourselves better, then we will be able to take care of the people that are going to come after us. And so this actually goes for those who are in leadership. And this is exactly what government is all about. Why should we have a government that will be in place that constantly subjugate the people, that constantly oppress the people, that constantly ensure that the people are being marginalized, not taken care of? Simply put, you have a country that continue, especially the leadership of the country. What example are we setting? If you have been called or you've been elected by the people who, after once you've been elected, they sold out. And these people are sold out now. They become beggars. They become destitute. They are not able to provide for their family. They are not able to provide for their relatives. They are not able to make any mark, any headways. And because they are not able to do that, their offspring, their children become beggars, become destitute. Some become prostitutes. Some become criminals. Some become drug addicts as a result of a single group of people taking advantage of the majority, because you only have a few group of people that are up there who don't care. They squander the funds. They exploit the masses of the natural resources. They sell all that they can sell, make these coining concessions agreements, and take a little or nothing. Because if you would settle for a few thousands, or you settle for a couple of millions, even a million bucks, hundreds of thousands, as at the expense of your people, then it means that you have a major problem. Because the real truth is, you will not be measured not by your car, not by your bank account, not by the clothes you wear, not by your address. And because of the tradition that we have set, living in the world of material, so much about material acquisition, we're not ensuring that we invest into our people. So we need to ensure now that we unite, come together with an overall national a plan that will ensure that our world become better, our country become better, so that everyone can have access to this national cake, to be able to provide for their family, be able to provide for themselves. Now, before they can provide for their family. But if we strangulate these people, if we create an environment where our people, the people who elect you into office, now that you're up there, you've become divisive, disjointed, and only for you to come together now, compromise, come to a resolution, so as to improve the lives of these people. You don't care about it. You're all by yourself. Think about these people that fought tirelessly day and night to ensure that you're elected into those offices. Now that you're representative, you're in a high office, now you're the president, and now you guys have forgotten about these people. These people cannot provide for themselves. They cannot provide for their children. Go and see the living condition of these people. See how these people live in West Point, in Claretown, in Yucatan, in Douala. I'm just trying to call these names. See people cannot even afford a place to lay their head. But you're amassing for yourself thousands of dollars, driving the best cars, eating the best of food at the expense of the same people that you are marginalizing, that you're oppressing and suppressing. So I think it's time that we all come together, find a common ground, so that we can make sure that this mandate that we've been given, that the latter should be greater than the former. Our children should be exceeding us. We should come here and make this place a better place, so that the people that are going to come after us can have a better life. And if we set that pace and create that tradition, sooner or later, we will create a ripple effect. And so that eventually we'll become to make our a better place, a better place. We find ourselves so much in a world where we're living. People are all about themselves. People don't care about what happens to the next man, what happened to the next family, what happened to the next child next door. We should not only be concerned if the situation is at our doorstep. What affects one affects all. Our children should be exceeding us. Our children should be exceeding us. The government did come to power on the mantra called arrest. Is this government fulfilling the arrest plan? Now the government is now pretty much a year into this 6 years a term that she has. See the condition of the people. See the condition of the masses. 2 months. This government has been at a standstill. The cost of living. The quality of education. Road conditions are bad. Healthcare at its worst. And sometimes it's really difficult to even grade this country. In terms of the infrastructure. Categories cannot even be graded on the curve. That's how bad our country is. But how can this happen? Until we all come together, we are strategic to ensure that we are denying self. We are building our nation. We're building better schools, better institutions, focusing on our primary education, building vocational schools, technical schools, ensuring that our teachers have been trained properly so that they can also train the little ones who are going to be educated for tomorrow, so that the little ones too that will come up will be able to take care of the ones that are going to follow them. That should be our concern. But our concern is just about amassing for ourselves wealth. Who dies and take all these material to the grave? We are all just transiting, but we have a mandate to ensure that we equip our children, we equip our people, we equip our citizens so that our country, our society can be a better place. When in fact, this country has been around for 177 years plus. You have countries that are even younger than Liberia are doing well. And that's why we always say the solution to the problem in Liberia is it's just in proximity. See what's happening in Rwanda. See what's happening in Niger, Burkina Faso. What's happening in Ghana. Ghana is doing extremely well. Liberia can be better. If Ghana can be better, Liberia can be better. If Rwanda can be better, Liberia can be better. But we need people who have love for country, people who are patriotic, people who are about family, people who are about the citizens. But to have a house that is so divided and you have your people living in so much abject poverty, the people who voted you into office, go and see their living condition. Can't even afford for themselves single meal before you talk about 3 square meals. And you call yourself a representative and you call yourself a speaker. We have a house that is so divided. What can we do now? All we have is a majority tyranny and a minority tyranny. Our people are so much in bondage. How can we emancipate these people, deliver these people from such captivity so that they can make their world a better place, so as to provide for their family, so that the children that are going to come after, so that they can be able to reach their full potential to make Liberia a better place and a better world, not only for the citizens itself, but even for visitors that are coming to the country. How can we find ourselves living in the 21st century, living as though we are living in the pre-dynastic time? And I'm pretty sure people who lived back then, years ago, many years ago, did extremely well than this country is doing now. The IQ of our people. Liberia has, I believe, in Africa, the record is there. The lowest IQ. The lowest IQ. This country. The poorest country. When this country, in fact, is not poor, but the citizens are poor. Why are we looking outside for our salvation? Why do we have to look outside when this country, in fact, has everything that she needs to thrive? We should have better roads, one of the best infrastructures in the world, better schools, primary education should be up to par. You know what I mean? We talk about primary education. High school should be one of the best in the world. University should be great. Our vocational schools should stand out. Technical schools should be the best if we want to, because the resources are there. But the lack of us not having love for country, not loving ourselves, to be able to prepare for the young ones that are going to come so that they can walk into it and do well, so that they can also do the same to prepare for the ones that are going to come after. Our children should be exceeding us. Our children should be exceeding us. Ask yourself the question, how many of your kids, your family members, who you came before, are making strides? Everything that you want, everything that you're striving so much to amass is for you. Everything that you want is yours. How many bedrooms can you sleep in? How many cars can you drive? Why are we not more concerned about educating our youngsters, the children? Why are we not concerned about investing into the human capacity of our people? Why are we not concerned about ensuring that we can tap into our resources, encourage investors to come into the country, so as to build our country and make it a better place? Why we have a city that is so congested? Why do we have to go back when we have the resources? Why are we extending our hands to the outside world when we have everything that we need to be better? I hate to sound redundant, but we have diamond, we have gold, we have bauxite, our shore, the ocean, we have it. We have the rivers, the rainforest, everything, the fisheries. Why are we in so much bondage? Because we have people who do not have vision, who do not care about the people that are going to come after them. When in fact, we have the mandate here that says that the latter should be greater than the former, which implies that our children should be exceeding us. And so if you look around you now, I don't want you to walk away from this live today not learning anything. We have to strive, work hard to ensure that our children or the children that are going to come after us, and these kids not necessarily will have to be your kids. If you have a relative kid or kids, to ensure that you are impacting knowledge into them, that you're showing that they're acquiring some kind of education, even if it's not academic, it could be technical, something that they can use to sustain them, so that they can make themselves better, so that they'll not be liability to you or to the country. And so this goes to the leadership of this country. It's time now that we deny self. It's time now that we deny self. Why is Ghana greater than she was when she gained her independence? Why is Rwanda now better than she was 20 years ago? Why is Burkina Faso better than she is? Or than she was maybe 2 years ago? We have countries. We have Sierra Leone right next door. Those examples are there. And so we must strive. We must work to ensure that we are denying self. We must ensure that we are promoting our young people. We must ensure that we are transparent. We must ensure that we are ready to die to self. And until we do that, our children will not reach their full potential. Our people will not reach their full potential. Our children should be exceeding us. Our children must and should be exceeding us. And so if we look around us and our children are not exceeding us, but our children are all beggars, our children are all have become thieves, have become drug addicts, then of course we have major problems. Why is it that the West has done so well? Why is it that other countries around the world are doing so well? That we have to migrate, we have to leave our own countries or our country to go to the West so as to live a better life, so as to learn to earn a take back to make our country better. When we can stay right in our country with all the resources that we have and the education that we have acquired to make our society a better place. But we learn, we are not utilizing the education that we have. We're all about self, the lies, the thievery, how wicked we are, the diabolical behavior. Just because I want fame and notoriety, I'll do whatever that I have to do. I'll kill, I'll steal, I'll lie at the expense of our people. So we have a mandate to ensure that our children are exceeding us. And that's why we thought to bring to the forefront a topic that will be thought-provoking. Your children should be exceeding you. How can your children or your child exceed you if you've not planted, if you have not prepared your child to be better? And so this goes to the government, to the House. Today, I think we must all come together, find a common ground, rather than hijacking this government to suppress our people. 2 months now. Some of these people, the fact that they don't know their rights, and because what goes in the country, violence, suppression, oppression now has become a norm. It's a tradition in the country. So they see it and they feel like it's a way of life. But your children are supposed to come and do better than you. But how can this happen if you have not laid the foundation? How can that happen if we're not laying the foundation? So it's time. This is the time now that we all must come together and find a resolution to this problem so that we can unite, so that this mandate that we have, this mandate will come to fruition, and our children, will be able to walk into new dispensations so that they can be off the streets. They can be off the drugs. They too can be educated. And not only that education, that's substandard education, but we get quality education so that they can fit anywhere. So that even if someone was to take a child and that child would travel to London or that child would travel to the States, that child would become the knowledge that the child will acquire will be comparable to the knowledge that a kid who's in the West has. That's the kind of Liberia we should be fighting to have. That's the kind of society we should be fighting to have. That's the kind of family we should be fighting to have. Why do we want to have country that is of no quality, no standard, a country that begs. No, we want a country that reads, a country that produces, a country that competes, a country that builds and not destroy. Now you're a lawmaker. You have all the schools. You have the gas station. You have the storage. Man, you're a merchant. How do I break this down? You sell every single storage down Waterside. You probably own you own one individual owns 10 stores. He owns all the trucks. He owns all the gas stations. He has a university, all the concession agreements. In fact, he packages it at the expense of the citizens. And then the road conditions are bad. The educational system in the country, we cannot even compare it to anything. Substandard. You're graduating individuals who can't conjugate verbs, who can do simple arithmetic. But these individuals that you're producing now, yeah, they want to work at the bank. They want to become professors. No, we have to ensure that we're denying self. We have to ensure that we're making the sacrifice. And that's why we ask the question, how many people are you going to put on your bus? Because you just don't want to ride the bus. What you want to do, you want to own the bus. You want to drive it. You want to pick up as many people and take them to the destination. It's possible. We can make our children better. We can make our world better. We can make our society better. We can make Liberia better. But that will only happen if we deny self. When I see your children, I see me. When you see my children, you see me. And that's why the topic here is our children should be exceeding us. We want to produce quality individuals. We want to produce individuals of substance. Individuals who will be able to compete. Better individuals. We don't want to produce beggars. No, not prostitutes. Not destitutes. Not thieves. No, that's not why these kids came to earth. They came here to be able to contribute to the world. Not necessarily, not only Liberia, though Liberia is our domain. Our people should be able to provide for themselves. Our people should be able to not only provide for themselves, but to also provide for their families. But we have a few group of people that are strangulating these people. And so if you have tuned in, you're watching the We Too All Liberians Movement platform, your distinct and dynamic platform that speaks to and for the masses. We are not in the business of manufacturing players, pimps, and hustlers. Rather, we are in the business of changing and revolutionizing the thought process of our people. I like to read, just to give you a little background of the We Too movement. Also, the We Too movement is more than just a community. It's actually a way of life, rooted in the principle of balance, growth, and unity. The We Too movement focuses on creating harmony across all aspects of life, from philosophy to intellectual development to religion, entertainment, and beyond. This movement transcends boundaries, embracing a holistic approach to personal and collective growth. And so that's why we want to bring to the forefront, that our children should be exceeding us. I want to say to the divided house, as we conclude this live, this is the time that we come together for the common good of our people, for the common good of our citizens. Let us not do this for ourselves. Let us do this because we've been called to do so. This is a mandate that the latter shall be greater than the former. so that which the book says shall come to fruition, shall come to pass. You're here to be fruitful, to multiply, to have dominion, to subdue, to cultivate, and make this earth a better place. So wherever your hand finds to do, how can our people even thrive when in every way, shape, or form we're strangulating these people? We don't want to see anyone succeed. Our children should be exceeding us. Our children should be exceeding us. I actually didn't want to go back to this topic that is trending so much. And that particular topic was a topic that actually prompted me to come up with the theme last week on Saturday. Yes, a house divided against itself cannot stand. We have to unite. We have to come together. And if we come together, we're working one accord, without doubt, we will make Liberia a better place. And sooner or later, our children will be exceeding us. And as our children exceed us, definitely we'll be building a better society. We'll have better schools. I mean, quality schools, quality hospitals, state-of-the-art hospitals. I mean, we talk about better roads, infrastructure will be better. Not me building my house, my front door is someone's back door. No zoning code, regulations. My septic is draining in someone's well. People are disposing of trash in the wetland. Our streams are being polluted. Garbage all over the place. What are we teaching our children? What are we teaching our people? Our children should be exceeding us. And so if your child is not exceeding you, what environment and what condition are we creating as lawmakers that would bring these topics to reality? We're suppressing our people. We're oppressing our people. But you have to remember that these people will get tired because they have to be free. And we know what it is after a while, because freedom is never rolled on the wheel of inevitability, as Dr. King says. It comes with constant agitation from the oppressed to the oppressor. So over time, people will get tired and they'll come back to fight. And this is not what we're praying for. But for our children to exceed us, it means that we'll have to make some sacrifices. So those of you in the house, we're calling you now to resolve your differences so that we can make this country a better place, so that our children will be able to grow in an environment where they'll reach their full potential, and then they'll build upon what we built so that we can eventually make Liberia a better place, build better institutions, better primary schools, vocational schools, technical schools, better colleges and universities, so as to make our world a better place. And this is the We Too movement. This is what we preach. This is what we teach. We want to ensure that we're bringing together individuals from all walks of life to explore new ideas, engage in meaningful discussions, and pursue well-rounded, fulfilled life. This is exactly what we want. I'm only doing good if you're doing good. Fostering that concept of I am because we are. Again, our topic for tonight, our children should be exceeding us. The question I want to ask you tonight, Is your kid exceeding you? Are your children exceeding you? For those of us who are ahead of the game, who are older, who are in leadership, are we making any preparation so that the young ones that are growing up will be given the tools, the utensils, the requisite skills so that they can make their world a better place to advance this world? We need doctors. We need lawyers. We need engineers. We need social scientists. We need biologists. We need artists. We need painters. We need carpenters, skilled carpenters, skilled masons, plumbers, electricians. We need to create a middle class. Those lawmakers go out there. We're not even thinking about these things. How can we make this world a better place? What strategy do we have? Do we want to put in place so that the children that will come after us would do well, would do better? They will exceed us. And as they exceed us, the ones that are going to come after them, because they will be prepared now, so that the ones that are going to come after them now will also be better than the ones that are going to come after them. So we are creating a revolving door. Not revolving door in the sense where we're creating this ripple effect where one is going to come and help the next one. The next one now come and become better. The next one come out and become better. This is all we're saying tonight. A topic, our children should be exceeding us. And so if your child, of your kid is not exceeding you, you should start now to question yourself. And so to our leadership, the house, you guys setting into place and making laws that will ensure that the young ones that are going to come after us, you're just servants. It's all about passing budgets. While we have this major divide, the disputes, we're still eager to talk about budget. When the man next door in West Point is dying, can I even get any proper medical treatment? When the man who lives Gardnersville struggles to drive and get to Center City, Monrovia. When a little child who's in the hospital now, can I get any treatment? The man who lives in Battery Factory, house is flooded and does not have a place to lay his head. We're making no preparation for the children that are going to come after us. All we want now, sooner or later you're going to die. But what are you leaving behind? What are you leaving behind? What legacy? The examples are there. We just lost a statesman, Prince Y. Johnson. Our children should be exceeding us. Is your child exceeding you? Are you making preparation for your children? Are you making preparation? And not only when we talk about your children, because the problem that we have now, a lot of us, once the problem is not at our doorstep, we have no time. We should all work together collectively to ensure that we're making our world a better place. We're making our community a better place. We're making our township a better place. We're making our counties better. Then we talk about the nation, Liberia, and make it better. Our children should be exceeding us. This is for the house. How can our children exceed us when we want to eat all now? You want to eat everything now. You're selling all of the logs, burning all the trees. You're selling all the resources, not even concerned about the ones that are going to come after you. No strategic overall national plan or national strategic plan. Our children should be exceeding us. This is for the leadership. How can our children exceed us? This is from the text. The latter shall be greater than the former. Are we doing that? Sooner or later, you don't have a job. You're not a representative. And that mansion that you just built for yourself in the fence, and next door to you, you have people who can afford even a place to lay their head. You won't be able to afford it. You think you live in rehab? You have a house in the fence, so you have arrived. No, you've not. Because you know you're not rich. You're living at the expense of your people. But we have a mandate, and that's why we've come tonight to say, bring you a topic that will be thought-provoking. Our children should be exceeding us. This is how we conclude this session of our show tonight. And as we conclude, we just want to give you a little bit more information about the We Too movement. But as we go to that, I'd like to read off of this quote that I kind of read today, and it really it hit me real hard, because this goes back to history. History shows us we need labels to help define our place. For hundreds of years, people have categorized others as less so they could feel like more. Color, gender, class, religion, physical handicaps, sexual orientation, and pedigrees are just a few ways in which one group is divided from another. So we are all one people. Let us all come together. Let us all work together, not for ourselves, but for the common good of the citizens, so that we can make Liberia a better place, so that our children can, grow and become better citizens, so that they can make themselves better, and also so that they can grow and also, look after the younger ones that are going to come. And sooner or later, Liberia will be on top. This country must unite. We must come together. We must work together and put aside our differences, die to self. Until we can do that, our country will never be a better place. So as I conclude again, this is the We Too All Liberians Movement platform. You're distinct. And this is about changing the mindset, thought process. You're certainly not going to be measured, not by your bank account, not by your card, not by your address, not by what you wear. Again, Benjamin Elijah Mays once said, he said, it would not be sufficient for Morehouse College to produce just clever graduates, but to rather produce individuals who are sensitive to the wrongs, the sufferings, and the injustices of society. Individuals are willing to accept responsibility for those wrongs. So we've decided that, yes, we accept responsibility for the wrongs. We want to rewrite history. We want to rewrite the narrative. Liberia will be better. So that's why the We Too movement, led by passionate leaders like Charles A. Williams and others, we bring together individuals from all walks of life to explore new ideas, engage in meaningful discussions, pursue well-rounded, fulfilled life, whether through intellectual debates, spiritual exploration, or creative expressions. The We Too movement offers something for everyone without limitation. Our movement fosters balanced life, bleeding philosophy, intellectual growth, spirituality, and entertainment. Insightful conversation about the movement's vision of breaking boundaries and why uniting people under a shared goal of growth. Example of how the We Too movement is empowering individuals is to expand, the horizon, and also embrace diverse perspective. We have no boundaries, no limits, just commitment to living a life, fully and creating a better world together. Please join the movement and explore what it means, to live a truly balanced life. Thank you very much. This is how we conclude this session of the show. Have a good night, and I look forward to hopefully seeing you guys here next week, Wednesday. Hopefully next week we'll have a guest on the show. We're working on that, but I just wanted to bring to the forefront tonight this topic: children should be exceeding us, and this was actually prompted from a text from the Bible or a verse from the Bible that talks about the latter being greater than the former. Thank you very much. You have a good night. I look forward to talking to you guys here soon. Bye for now.
Simple life. It's all we want to live. Give me food, give me clothes, give me love, and give me shelter. Simple.